Assalamu alaikum, ahlan wa sahlan, ana ismi Imtiaz. Welcome to lesson 1, Al-Huruf Al-Abjadiyya, the Arabic alphabet. In this session we're going to go through and cover the basics of the Arabic alphabet. We'll also then go through each letter and read and pronounce it with the correct sound. Okay? We'll then go through and learn how to write each letter on the line. We'll see what goes above, what goes below. What letters are the same, what letters are different, and what makes them different. We'll cover the nuktas, which are the small dots. Then we'll go through and look at the similarities with the English language and identify what letters sound the same. So, for instance, the letter ba and the letter b in the English language, so they both sound the same. We'll do lots of hands-on exercises, and what I would suggest is, as I go through each one of these, is that you follow along. It's the practice that's going to help you to get this right. There aren't many letters, but once you've learned through the basics, it'll be very easy for you. And to help you do this, we've also got resource files available that you can download. There should be a link below. Follow that, download the file, and then, like I said, use these as guidance to help you memorize the letters, and I'll do lots and lots of practice. So without further ado, whoever he may be, let's make a start. Okay, so the Arabic alphabet consists of 28 letters representing consonants. Okay, there are no capital letters, and all the letters are written from right to left. So we've got alif, then we've got ba, then there's ta, tha, jim, ha, kha, dal, dhal, ra, za, sin, shin, Sod, Dod. Now the Sin and the Sheen, they sound very similar, but the Sod is more rounded. When you say Sin, it's just Sin, and Sod is, you make a round mouth. So Sod, and then Dod, and then there's Ta, and Za. Then we've got Ain, and then Ghain, Fa, Qaf, Kaf, Lam, Mim, Noon, Ha, Waw, and Ya. Now one thing I want to do is show you this letter here. So you got the Ha, and the Ha. The Ha actually requires more effort when you actually say the letter Ha, and this one is Ha. Yeah, but again, as we go through each one of these letters, I will show you how to pronounce the letter, and then, like I said, when I should give an example of the word in English, you'll see the difference. Now some of these letters are identical in form. So if we look at the letters ba and the ta and the tha, you can see that the shapes are exactly the same. Now what makes them different from one another is what we call nuktas. They're small dots that go either below or above the letter, and these help distinguish one letter from another. So if we take a look at the letter ba, it's got a nukta. This is a nukta at the bottom, and that goes at the bottom for the ba, letter ba. And the ta, it is 2 nuktas on the top, ta. Okay, and then the letter tha has got 3 nuktas. So as you can see, it's the same shape, but it's just the nuktas that make them different, and the sound is different for them. And then we'll see, here we go, alif, ba, ta. So these 3 are exactly the same. Then we go on to jim, ha, and the kha, and you can see the jim has a nukta in the middle, ha has nothing, and the kha has a nukta on the top. So jim, ha, kha. Okay, next one is dal and dhal. Dal has nothing, and the dhal has a nukta on the top. Same again for the ra and the za. Ra has nothing and za has one nukta. Sheen and seen, seen and sheen, again identical letters, but the seen has no nukta and the sheen has 3. The next one is the sod and the dod. Yeah, so sod again has no nuktas on it, dod has one nukta. Okay, next one is the ta and the za. Again the same. Then the ain and the ghain. Okay, and the rest of the letters are basically fa. These are similar shapes, but they are different letters. And like I said, when we go through these in a few minutes, I'll show you how to write these letters and how to pronounce these letters. When I'll give you examples of each letter, so you'll know. Okay, and for them, like I said, don't worry about the sound for the moment. Just try, do your best. And as we go through each lesson, you'll find that it'll start to improve, and you'll identify the letters. Your pronunciation will get better. But just carry on. Do your best to first identify the letters. The alif, ba, ta, tha, and so forth. So let's go through and now do the writing of the letters. And what I would say is follow along. Okay, get a piece of paper. There are resource files, you can use them, or just get a plain piece of paper and write as I do, and do plenty of practice. And it's the practice, like I said, that's going to help you to learn each letter. So here we go. So the first letter that we have is the letter alif, and it's written like this: alif, alif. Yeah, alif is like that, alif. And the sound is a. Alif, a, as in arm. Okay, so when we write the letter, we actually go through and do it like this. So we're starting from the top. We'll do, it's a straight line down. Alif. Let's do it again. Alif, and then alif. Okay, now one thing to notice is that when you write the alif, if it's at the beginning of a word, we add something called the hamza at the top. So like this, hamza at the top. Not putting the hamza at the top, what it does is it changes the sound. The alif acts as a long vowel, which then extends the sound of the letter. So if we had it at the end like ba and then alif, it'll become ba. Okay, so you couldn't just do ba. All right, so let's do it again. So from the top, alif, and then the hamza. So try and get into the habit of doing that. So write in alif and hamza, and do it again. Alif and then hamza, and then alif and then hamza. Okay, don't worry if you don't get it right first time, just keep practicing. Alif and then hamza, alif and hamza. What I would suggest is also go through and pronounce the letter as you write it. Yeah, so one more time, alif and hamza. Yeah, alif, a. Yeah, so it's just the letter sound that we make, a. Okay, the next letter that we have is the letter ba. Yeah, ba. Okay, in Arabic it is ba, and so the sound is ba as in big. Yeah, so let's write this, and it's quite easy to write. 3 parts. So first one is you do like this, 1, and then 2 on the line, and then the tail at the end. Okay, and then the nukta at the bottom. So that is the letter ba. Let's do it again. So it's like this, number 2 and the tail and ba. Let's do it one more time. Ba, 1, 2 and 3. Try and keep the letter on the line, at the dotted line. Yeah, so that's where it sits. And again, so ba. Yeah, so that's ba. The next letter that we have is the letter ta. Ta. Okay, as the name is ta, in Arabic it is ta, alif and hamza. Ta. And on its own it is there, ta. and the sound is T, just like the word T. Yeah, T, T. Yeah. So writing the ta, which again very similar to the letter ba, 1, and then the straight, and then the tail, and then instead of the nukta being at the bottom, we put the 2 nuktas on the top. This is ta. Do it again. 1, 2, 3. I know a lot of people suggest that we should use apps and use the keyboard on your phone. The only problem with that is that you're not getting the hands-on exercise. The phone is doing the work for you, and you won't remember the letters. So by doing this exercise, you will actually go through and learn how to write the letters. Okay, so let's go through again. Ta. Yeah, one more time. Ta. Yeah, here we go. All right. The next letter that we have is the letter tha. Okay, tha, T-H-A, tha. And the way you do that is try and put your tongue between your teeth. So it's tha, tha. Yeah, tha. So like it shows, so the sound is T-H as in 3, 3, 3, tha. Yeah. So writing the letter, again, very similar to the ba and the ta. We start like this, and this time we have got, that's right, 3 nuktas. Yeah, tha. Do it again. 1, and then the 2, and the 3. Yeah, yeah, 3 nuktas. Once again, 1 on straight, and then the 3 nuktas. Tha. One more time. We'll do 1 straight along, and tha. Okay, so keep practicing over and over again. If you have to, just practice, and then go on to the next letter. The next one is the letter Jim. Jim, yeah, as in gentle. Jim, yeah. So writing the Jim. Now this starts like the letter falls partially on the top and then on the bottom. So we start in the middle of, so start from here. So 1, and then the tail goes down past the line to the bottom. So Jim. Do it again. So 1, 2, and down. Yeah, Jim. Do it again. So do 1 little trip along, and then Jim. Eventually what will happen is you'll be able to write all this in one go, but for the moment I would suggest that you do it in chunks. Okay, so you do 1 line, then the next line, and then the tail. Okay, let's do it again. 1, and Jim. Yeah, and last again, Jim. And again, we'll pronounce the letter and the sound of the letter as you write it. So Jim, j, yeah, Jim. The next letter that we have is the letter ha, ha, yeah. So you're blowing out from your throat, ha. So ha, H as in hen. Sound is h. Yeah. So again, very similar to the letter Jim. It starts at the top, and the tail comes underneath, and there's no nuktas this time. Yeah, this is the letter ha. And again, ha. One more time, across and down. Yeah, don't worry if the tail is not as rounded as mine's, but don't worry, eventually you'll get to the, I've done a lot of practice. Okay, so here we go. 1, and go across and down. Ha. Once again, there, and down, the letter ha. So ha, and as in hen. The next one is the letter ha. It's a more rougher sound, coarser sound coming from the throat. Ha, ha. Yeah. So Arabic is ha, and the sound like the Scottish Loch Ness monsters. Yeah, loch, ha, ha, ha. Yeah, ha. And again, similar to the Jim and the Ha, we start in the top and bring the letter down. And this time, the nukta is at the top. That's it. Ha. Yeah. So again, next one, across and ha. And again, ha. And again, maybe I don't need to take it so high. Ha. You just got to make sure that it is evenly spread out from the top and the bottom. Ha. Yeah. And again, so we'll say ha. Yeah. Okay. And so the next letter that we are going to do is the letter dal. 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 Yeah. And this is a dental letter. So imagine your tongue touching the back of your tooth or upper tooth. Yeah. Dal. Dal. Okay. So like the as in door. Okay. So writing dal is quite easy. It's just half a semicircle really. So it's 1 and 2. And again, it sits on the line. So dal. And again, 1 and 2. Yeah. 1 and 2. Dal. 1 and 2. And dal. One more time. Dal. And dal. Yeah. Dal. D as in door. The next one is dhal. Dhal. And again, when you pronounce the letter dhal, put your tongue between your teeth and say dhal. Dhal. Yeah. D-H-A-L. Dhal. Dhal. Okay. As in the. Yeah. So writing the dal is again similar to dal, which is the semicircle but with the nukta on the top. Yeah. So dal, and again dal, dal, and again dal. Try and keep the letters as a semicircle, because when we start to do the ra and the za, it's quite easy to confuse the two letters. Dal. Yeah. Dal. And again dal. Okay. Dal. The next one is the letter ra. Ra. Okay. And as you can see, ra for room. Room. Ra. So that one is, it starts halfway above the line and then half goes below. So starting from here, do 1 and 2. Yeah. 1 and 2. Yeah. It's like a semicircle. Ra. Ra. Yeah. Ra. And ra, and ra. When we start to do the joining of the letters, you'll actually see how easy it is to quite write it. Yeah? So ra. Yeah. The next one is the letter za. Za. Now here, join your two teeth together. Za. Za. Yeah? As in 0. Okay, let's try that again. And again, the shape is exactly the same as the ra, but it has the nukta on the top. So it is za. And again, za. And I'm doing it in 2 just to show you. That's why za. Yeah. Z. And again, Z. One more time. Z. Okay, so like I said, and don't try and get it perfect. As long as the shape is the same and it looks different from the del, then you're okay. And again, when we do the practice, you'll get it right. So the next one is the letter sin. Sin. Okay, that is s, like the sun. Okay, so writing in this, I do normally write it like this. So we do 1, like a W first, 1, and then the big tail goes under the line and like this, sin. Yeah, so W like this, and then the sin, and again, yeah, sin, and say the letter as you write it, sin. Yeah, the next one is the letter shin. Shin. So again, the shape is exactly same as the sin, but it has the nuktas on the top. So starting, we do the W to do the initial letter, and then the tail. Yeah, and then the 3 nuktas go above the W shape. Yeah, so you can't really put it there, it would be wrong. Okay, so going back, sheen. So it is 1, 2, and sheen, and the 3 nuktas. Yeah, I know some people do this as the 3 nuktas, and you can do that if you want to, but what I would say is just let's stick to the as we are, the basics. Eventually when you become very fluent, you can start to do, you can change it. So sheen, 1, 2, and sheen. Once again, 1, 2, and sheen. One more time, W like this, and sheen. Yeah, the letter sheen, that is shore. Okay, the next one is sword. Sword. Now you can see when I say the letter sword, you can hear sort of a whistle. Yeah, sword, sword. So and my mouth becomes more rounded. Sword. Yeah, SW, sword, sword. I couldn't find an example in English to give you for the sword. So writing the letter sword, again, it's, you do 2 parts. So the first one is like this, which is above the line. Yeah, and then you do the second one, which is very similar to the scene, sword. And again, so we do 1, and then 2, sword, and again 1, and sword. One more time, so 1 and sword. Okay, the next letter that we have is the letter dod. Dod, and again round mouth, dod. Yeah, so that is same again as the sword, and the tail, and then the nukta on the top, which is dod. Okay, like this, and dod. Once again, dod, and again, yeah, dod. Okay, the next one is the letter to. To, again, a round mouth. Oh, actually, to. So this one is, oh, actually I made a mistake there. This it should be to. To, more like to. Yeah. So writing this, I do it like this. 1, very similar to this, yeah, to the sword, and then a line from the top that goes down. Sword, not to, sorry, to, and again like this, and top, and again there, and top, and again like this, and a line down, top, once again, top, yeah, taunt. So the next one is the letter zo, exactly the same as the to, but it has a nukta on the top. So writing that is like this, yeah, and zo, and again the nukta goes above the semicircle. You couldn't really put it here, it would just change, it just look different, it would be wrong. So next one is zo, and again zo, and again zo, one more time, zo, so, yeah. The next one is the letter Ain. Now this comes from the throat. It's quite tricky, actually. It can be quite painful as well. Ain, yeah, and is yeah. So writing that would be in two parts. So it's like a little C backwards, and then a big one at the bottom. Ain, and again one, and the tail that goes below the line. So Ain, and again Ain, one more time, so the little C backwards, Ain, one more time, yeah, Ain, and again, and yeah, Ain. The Ghain, which is the next one, Ghain, is exactly the same as the Ain, but it has a nukta on the top. So writing that would be, and the sound you make is gh, again coming from the throat, gh. So Ghain, again the nukta goes above the letter. Ain, Ghain, and again Ghain. It's like the letter 3 backwards, really, isn't it? So you could do it in one go if we do it like this, one, yeah. But again, like I said, practice until you get it right. So one, and Ghain. Now it's very rarely you see the letter Ghain on its own, but what will happen is, as we go through the set of videos where we show you when we start joining the letters, you'll see how the letter changes at the beginning of the word, in the middle of the word, and then at the end of the word. So you know, don't worry about it, and we should be okay. So Ghain again. Sorry, I keep going off on a tangent. Ghain. Okay. The next one is the letter Fa. If you put your teeth, front top teeth, onto your lip, Fa, as in fog, Fa. Okay. So writing that, it is a little semicircle like this, and then the rest sits on the line, Fa, and then the nukta. Yeah. Do it again. Little semicircle, and then Fa, and again circle, and Fa, and again Fa. Okay, Fa. The Qaf, it looks exactly like the Fa, but the tail goes below the line. So we have the nukta like this, and then it goes below the line, and it has two nuktas, qaf, and again there and below qaf, and the tail comes back up past the line, yeah, qaf. So and again there, and you write it and it comes back above the line, qaf, and again qaf, and again I'll do it in two sections, qaf, yeah, qaf. The next one is the letter kaf or qaf. Let's go back to qaf as q, like the letter q in queen, qah, queen. So okay, so the letter kaf is a more subtle kaf, flatter sound, yeah, kaf, and similar to the letter k, ki, yeah, you see, yeah. So that one, when we write it, is like a, from here, one sits on the line and a little tail. And what you also have in here is what we did on the alif, is put a letter hamza there, yeah, that is the letter kaf. So and again, one, the tail and the hamza, kaf, and again, and kaf, and again, and kaf. One more time, kaf. The letter k, more soft, subtler sound, ki. The next one is the letter lam, and that goes again above and below the line. So it is like this, and the tail comes back up, lam, and again lam. The tail comes just slightly above the line, not too far though. I think you might confuse it for different letters. So start again, nice long letters, e and lam, and again lam, and again, yeah, lam, okay, and again lam. Okay, so lam as in l, live. Yeah. The next letter is the letter mim. Okay, mim as in m, moon. Okay, it's quite easy to do. So this one, I take a letter like this, one, and then below the line. Yeah, so say a semicircle like this, one, and I'll take it straight and then down, m, and again one and two, one more time there, and m, and again one, two. Oh, that doesn't look very good. Let's try that again. Try again. So and one and two, and again one and two, m, as the letter m in moon. The next one is the letter noon. Okay, lam, mim, noon. Noon again, it starts from above the line and goes down and then back up again. I guess if we did the lam like we did this, so like this, it might confuse the lam and the noon. So the length of the lam is longer. All right, let's go back. So noon, even both sides, and then has a nukta in the middle. So we've got the noon here, one, two, and the nukta. One more time, noon, and again noon, and again noon. One more time. Yeah, noon. And again noon. Okay, and the sound is n, as in night. The next one is the letter ha, and now this is not as harsh as the ha that we did earlier on, and the writing this is quite easy as well. So if you were to write it, it's just like a semicircle. 1, 2. You could actually do it like that as well. Some people write it like that. So ha, and again ha, and again ha, yeah, and again, and it sits on the line. Ha, and again 1, and the lines cross, and you get, yeah, and again ha, and again ha. Okay, so ha as in hot. The next one is the letter wow. Yeah, W. Now this can, when we start to do the vowels and stuff, this actually extends the sound. So, but let's do this as it is. Wow. Again, 2 sections. Partly is above the line, and part of it, the tail, is below. So we start from the semicircle like this, and then the tail goes below. Wow. And again 1, and then tail goes below. Wow. And again 1, wow, 1, and wow, and again 1, and wow. Yeah, so again wow, and okay. Eventually, like I said, you will be able to go through in one stroke, do the whole letter. But if you're struggling, just do it in 2 sections. So you do the semicircle first, and then do the tail. Wow, as in wall. And the last one is the letter ya. Okay. Now, most of the times, you'll see 2 versions of this. The ya is like this. It goes under the line. Okay. Now, if it has the 2 nuktas on the bottom, like it has in the picture, it's what we call, it sort of extends the sound of the kasra, which is e. So where the normal might be e, this will do e. But also, you can also then see it written like without the nuktas. Yeah, but we'll again cover those in a later session. So go through, and let's just put the dots in at the moment. Yeah, so half of it is above, and then the tail, and it comes back above the line. Yeah, and again above the line, and it is a yeah, and again above the line. Yeah, okay, and the sound is yeah. And I think that is, we're done with the letters of the Arabic alphabet. What I would suggest is that you go through and practice. If you don't do it, go back, rewind, and do it again until you feel comfortable that you know the letters. Okay, and there are resource files that you can download. There's a chart that shows you how to shows you all the letters and the sounds that each letter makes. Okay, and the example of the English letter. So download that, keep it with you, just keep practicing, and eventually, like I said, you'll be able to master the letters.